Welcome back to our channel, where we share the latest news and untold stories about Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today, we bring you breaking news. Catherine overflows with tears over King Charles's final move for her kids amid the cancer update. In his most recent public appearance, Prince William has disclosed that he is pledged to provide for his wife after receiving a letter of encouragement from royal supporters. In addition, he discloses that Princess Catherine's doing well, and that she's concentrating on the issue of the children and making a complete recovery following the chemotherapy treatment. On the other hand, a reliable source of information claims that Princess Catherine, Prince William, and King Charles are now dealing with Prince Louis's challenging situation. King Charles has made a significant decision for him to protect Prince Louis from the widespread media coverage of his spares, similar to how he previously protected Princess Charlotte from the title of Princess Royal. King Charles has a very serious conversation with Princess Catherine and Prince William regarding the long-term prospects of Prince Louis, who is one of the most cherished grandchildren of King Charles. The conversation is about Prince Louis's future prospects. In order to preserve a high royal title for Prince Louis, he's looking for a strategy. In order to guarantee that Prince Louis would be in the wing of Prince George and Prince George arrives as he becomes king, King Charles made this choice, which is considered to be the most crucial decision of his reign. The royal title may have been bestowed on Prince Edward, Prince Andrew, or Prince Harry, with the exception of Prince Louis receiving it. The conversation between King Charles and Princess Catherine took a considerable amount of time, as stated by the source, when they found each other again at Windsor after one-month holiday breaks in Anmer Hall, Norfolk. In addition, the source noted Princess Catherine's concern about the possibility that Prince Louis would not be able to have the royal title, which would be unfair to him. King Charles had earlier given Princess Catherine the opportunity to select one of the highest royal titles for Prince Louis. There's a danger that King Charles is aware of. In the past, Prince Louis was the person who was likewise in danger of not being granted the royal title, but the deceased monarch had made the wise decision to alter his legal name in order to avoid the possibility of this happening. The question is, why does this move make it effective for Prince Louis to defend his title? Queen Elizabeth used secrets to protect her great-grandchildren. However, there's something about him that you may not be aware of. An outdated statute pertaining to the monarchy could have prevented Louis, who turned 6 in April, from receiving the honorary title of Prince upon his birth. His formal title is His Royal Highness Prince Louis of Wales, and he's fourth in line to the succession of the throne. On the opposite end of the spectrum, Louis must express his gratitude to his great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, for the fact that she was born a princess. King George V of the United Kingdom set new standards in 1917 for the purpose of bestowing formal titles on members of the royal household. In addition to this, he recognized those individuals who were far enough removed from the line of succession to be considered princes or princesses. It was decreed by the king that each and every one of the offspring of the sovereign, along with every one of his firstborn male grandchildren, would immediately be elevated to the position of prince. Queen Elizabeth II changed the law to ensure that Princess Charlotte would join the line of succession and receive a royal title, just like her sibling George. Without this adjustment, William and Catherine would likely have referred to every youngest child as Lord Louis from birth instead of Prince Louis. Perhaps one of the most prestigious royal titles might be bestowed on Prince Louis, as stated by the person with first-hand knowledge. Clearly, this is going to take place in the not-too-distant future. In addition, the author provides an illustration of why this may be the case. King Charles's actions required the reorganization of certain royal titles. The position of Duke of Edinburgh, which was formerly held by his late father Prince Philip, was recently bestowed on his younger sibling Prince Edward, according to a confirmation that was made today. As a result of the evolution that was presented to Edward on his 59th birthday, his wife Sophie had been named the Duchess of Edinburgh. And the couple's sons, James, Viscount Severn, who's 15 years old, is now the Earl of Wessex. However, Edward can only hold the position of Duke of Edinburgh during his lifetime, as it does not pass down through generations. This implies that one of Catherine or William's children may inherit that in the future. The implication of this would be their smallest son, Prince Louis, and he may be elevated to the position of the Duke of Edinburgh, or bestowed with another title of Charles's choice, or maybe even the title of his father, William. if he happens to be the king at that point in time. After his dad and younger brother, Louis becomes the fourth child to ascend to the throne, and his former title of the moment is His Royal Highness Prince Louis of Wales. King Charles is reportedly interested in preserving these regal titles for Prince Louis, as stated by the given source. It is possible that Prince Louis will inherit a significant royal title from his great-uncle Prince Andrew at some point in the future. The royal family customs dictate that the young Prince of Wales will receive a title upon his marriage. In spite of the fact that Prince George and Princess Charlotte will probably be the ones to assume the highest ranking of royal titles, it's quite probable that Prince Louis is going to assume the title that is associated with major royal history. Over the course of history, the honorary position of the Duke of York has not only had a significant amount of influence over the royal household, but it has additionally included significant emotional links with the passing of Queen Elizabeth. The dukedom is often bestowed on the monarch's second oldest son, and Prince Andrew is currently the holder of this prestigious position. On the other hand, in the event that Prince Andrew has gone away before William's ascension to the throne, the title of the Duke of York will be transferred to Prince Louis. The deceased Queen's grandfather, King George V, and her father, King George VI, were both former Dukes of York. The Queen herself is his granddaughter. Until 1936, when her father became king, people regularly referred to her as Princess Elizabeth of York. This indicated that she had become known by that name. In 1986, when Prince Andrew married Sarah Ferguson, the Queen made the decision to bestow the title upon him. At that time, Prince Andrew was almost universally considered to be her favourite son. Additionally, officials from York City have indicated that they're making additional appeals for the deceased monarch to intervene and force Andrew to cease wearing his princely style, which has been conferred to him shortly after he arrived in the world in the year 1960. On the other hand, this presents a slightly more difficult challenge, since the monarch is unable to eliminate peerage's titles of his or her own. Legislation that was approved by both the House of Commons and the House of Lords would be required for the effort to be abolishing of Andrew's formal titles. This wouldn't have been possible without the support of Parliament. However, Prince Louis is not the only individual who's going to be given a title that will have a significant impact. When he becomes king, Prince George will probably follow in the footsteps of his dad, becoming the Duke of Cambridge and subsequently becoming the Prince of Wales. This will happen before he becomes the Duke of Cambridge. Furthermore, in a different plan, King Charles indicated an additional title that the Prince and Princess of Wales could choose for their son. The strategy also took this possibility into account. When Prince Edward passed away, Prince Louis received the title of Duke of Edinburgh, while Princess Charlotte inherited the title of Royal Princess. I'm thankful for you watching today's video. Please share your thoughts with us, and we'll say goodbye for the time being.